Welcome to another video.
Well, hey there guys, and welcome to, well, I suppose a rather interesting video. Here I am in the middle of nowhere. I've stumbled across this very strange old looking courtyard in a very ancient looking village. Although I stopped a passing guy on an e-bike and asked him how old this house behind me was, and he said he thinks it's probably only 60 or 70 years old. However, it certainly looks a lot older than that, to me, at least 100. Let's hope so. It'd be a bit cooler if it was 100 years old, right? Anyway, what's the purpose of this video? Very simple. I love exploring. Please excuse all the wind rustling through the air and the trees. We're going to have a typhoon very, very shortly. Now, I love exploring. That's something a lot of people should know about me, all these adventures I go on. You know, the whole documentary that I made recently about southern China, where I went through on my motorcycle through all of the southern provinces. I didn't miss a single one with my friend Sea Milk. And of course, I've got plenty more to come. Depending on that one's success, you know, I'll do northern, eastern, western, central. But I've actually already been all over China. I love exploring China. You will always find something interesting if you're just willing to go off the beaten path. But that's not why I'm making this video. I'm not here to talk about exploring China. I'm talking now, what I want to talk about is my next big adventure. Now, I've been doing China for 10 years, and to be honest, I need a bit of a break. All right, I'm sure you've noticed a lot of my videos lately are fairly negative, and that's not because I want them to be negative. I'm not a negative person. I think it's just too many kind of negative things have been coming my way, and the initial sort of wonder of exploring a new place has kind of worn off. So, you know, once all the sparkles go out of your eyes, you start to realize the things around you that aren't actually that great, that don't agree with you very well. And I'm guessing that's what's kind of been happening lately. So I need a break, okay? Everybody knows I love China. Of course I love China. I've got a Chinese wife who I love to death. You know, I've been doing this forever, and, you know, I still love and enjoy living in China, but I need a break. And I've been thinking to myself, what would be the best way for me to have an adventure, but still something that would benefit my subscribers? You know, you guys who watch my videos, of course you watch my videos. I'm guessing the majority of you watch my videos because you like China and you're interested in China. But I thought, what would be the best sort of adventure I could have where I could get away from China for a bit and at the same time still interest all of you? So I thought, well, the people who are really helping me the most at the moment, of course, as everybody knows, I don't work anymore. I'm on a spousal visa. The people who are actually helping me the most are my patrons, okay? And of course my subscribers, regular subscribers too, who watch the channel. So I thought, how about I make a plan to go and visit as many patrons as I can? And this just came to me, and I thought, you know what? This could be epic. I've never experienced Christmas in a Western country other than, of course, South Africa, which I do definitely say is a Western country. The way we celebrate Christmas is exactly the same. Turkey, family, Christmas tree, presents. It's identical. There's no difference. But there's no snow there, right? I've never had a white Christmas ever. In fact, only a couple of times when I've been to the UK have I seen snow, and it's always just been a little bit patchy here and there. I've never experienced real snow. So I thought, how about I do an epic adventure across America, meeting my patrons and, of course, subscribers along the way. And what better way to do it than in an old Corvette, since I love muscle cars and I love American muscle cars. I've always had them. I had a 66 GTO growing up, and I had a 78 Trans Am, which are very rare in South Africa. I was very strange because, you know, those cars weren't really around, and people who own those kind of cars were always looked down upon as being sort of really low class. I think there may be a similar stigma in some parts of the world, but anyway, I love them. And I've always loved the sort of 90s sort of sports cars, you know, the Knight Rider, Trans Am, you know, 80s and 90s, I mean, the sort of Camaros from that era. And of course the Corvettes, the C4 Corvette. So I thought, let me get a Corvette, let me do an epic road trip from west to east and then back again and meet as many patrons as I can. So that's the plan. Tickets bought. Car is in the process of being purchased. I've got a couple on the line. I've got my good friend in America helping me take a look at one I'm very interested in right now. Let's hold thumbs, as we say, and you know, if all goes well, that'll be mine, waiting for me when I arrive. Otherwise, I'm just going to land and go take a look at a bunch of Craigslist ads and go and buy one. I'm busy renewing my Chinese driver's license because it's about to expire. And I've already checked, as long as I have an official translation, I'm allowed to drive in most states in America with my Chinese driver's license, which is cool. So I'm pretty much all set. I've already reached out to my patrons. I have a bunch of people who say they're willing to put me up for the night, and so I'm planning my route. I will be unveiling the official route very soon, but the plan is as follows. I'm going to arrive early November in America, in Los Angeles, and I'm going to go from there north, then south, then east, then north, and well, it's going to be a hell of a ride. I'm going to be documenting the whole thing. It's going to be a massive adventure, and I'm going to be doing probably over 10,000 miles in a Corvette in winter, which is something I don't think people usually like to do, considering they're not very good winter cars. So it's going to be a big, epic, perilous adventure, and I'm inviting all of you to come along with me. Of course, the China content will still continue, and I've still got tons which I'm busy putting out, but you know, expect this massive, big sort of adventure. It's going to be a 2-month-long adventure because I'm going to stay from early November to early January in America doing this big trip. So that's really it, guys. I can't wait to see all of my patrons and, of course, my other subscribers, because I'll release the route and I'll basically be going from patron to patron. But wherever there's a patron, where I stop in that city or that area, I will let you guys know so that we can organize a subscriber meetup so everyone can get together. It's not a patron exclusive thing. It's for everyone, every single one of you guys. Anyway, that's the plan. Let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to put up the rough route over here as to where I'm going, but I'll put out a more detailed one on my Facebook page and also in upcoming videos. Anyway, I'm going to get back to exploring this sort of semi-ancient kind of village over here, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Cheers. Now, what I forgot to mention, guys, is that I will actually be meeting up with Sea Milk at the end of this journey, because he's invited me and my wife to join him and his family for Christmas. So he's going to fly through with his whole family, and my wife will fly through as well from China. I'm going to meet all of them. We're going to celebrate Christmas together, and there's a big chance that we're going to organize a subscriber meetup in the New York area with Sea Milk and myself at the end of the trip. And then actually I'll be going across America again with my wife all the way back to Los Angeles, because my flight's going to leave, our flight will leave from there. So there should be plenty of time for me to meet you guys along the way. As it gets closer to the time, I will solidify the route more, and I will keep you guys up to date. So please keep watching this channel and keep watching the Facebook page to find out if I'm going to be in your area, because I would love to meet as many of my subscribers as possible. And I'm bringing a whole bunch of stuff from China to give away to my patrons and, you know, to subscribers as well. So I just can't wait to see you guys. And you know the drill. As always, stay awesome.